it illuminates the area around you, and you see that like dark looming shadow, like standing pretty much right in front of you. Like maybe 50 feet away.
Could you please turn the lightning off? It is damaging our stuff.
You hold your ground.
Yes.
Stay out there. Okay.
Yes.
Why don't you roll me a d20?
12.
All right. You feel kind of like a weird tingly sensation through your body. Maybe it's the lightning.
Probably.
Maybe it's the fact that I got hit by lightning.
Like you don't have a nervous system, so it's kind of a weird feeling.
Yep. Imagine lightning still doesn't feel good being hit by.
But yeah, it's just kind of tingly, and then lightning strikes again. This time, kind of like out in front, sort of where that creature was, the figure was standing. And as it flashes, you see there's nothing.
We see what?
There is nothing there.
What the fuck's going on?
Does the storm go away, or does it just...
You feel a sudden, like, shift. The wind suddenly changes direction. It was going, like, east. It suddenly shifts to move, like, pretty much due north. And as the storm continues, the lightning and sounds surrounding you seems to grow more distant from the dirt explorer.
So one of the drones is gonna like basically headbutt Rudge and be like, "Hey, follow me," basically, and or turn your armor on. I don't know if you turned your armor off or not.
Rudge, while this was happening, were you sitting at like the well, I guess everything's turned off, so you don't have any outside knowledge. You definitely heard the sound of like the vehicle being struck by lightning multiple times.
Yeah, did you have your armor on or
That's
off?
pretty much it.
What's that?
I think he had it on because
Yeah, you turned off the AC, so I need my armor.
Oh yeah. How do you feel about being a storm chaser? That storm is a creature, or it's an effect around a creature. It hit me a few times with lightning. We're good though, but it definitely didn't try to kill me on purpose. At least it doesn't seem like it.
How are you going to communicate with it?
What's that?
How are you going to communicate with it?
I mean, I was screaming at it, and it seemed to hear me.
Did it?
I mean, it definitely took knowledge of me yelling at it. It didn't talk back per se, but when I asked it to stop hitting me with lightning, it kind of did. But that might have just been, it moving on.
Well, whatever. This is your giant behemoth of a unit to drive.
I mean, this is a wee situation because, like, I'm not gonna lie. If that thing chooses to destroy us, I don't know if we can stop it. I mean, like that thing. It's literally there's literally a lightning storm around it that's hitting things with lightning.
Well, I don't mind.
How fast does it seem to be moving? Can I tell? Is it like very, very fast, or is it like, could I send a drone after it, like one of the flying ones? They fly.
Are you talking about the storm or like the?
Yeah, because I imagine like it's following the storm.
I mean, you're not sure exactly. You didn't ever like see it move. It was just like when the lightning struck, it was in a different place.
Yeah, I mean,
Which,
like,
I mean, there was definitely enough time for it to move in between strikes, but
yeah, like
you may not
Willow's
see it.
assuming is moving with storm, but I obviously don't know. Could I? So the Watcher drones fly 40 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour if they're in non-combat mode, which means they get no weapons and stuff while that's going on. Would they be able to keep up with the storm?
Judging by how fast it approached you, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna send 2 Watcher drones to like track the storm.
Okay, so are you gonna wait until after
Yeah, it passes.
it passes and just like follow behind it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the drones follow behind it while we kind of continue on.
Okay, and then they'll just like report back at some point.
Yeah, I mean, like, so they have mechanics in them, so like they can like transmit visuals and audio, but that's it. Like that's a mechanical feature, not a drone feature.
Yeah,
So like if it knocks out their electricity for the cameras, then that doesn't function.
Okay.
But it still is alive. Well, without that function.
Right. Okay, so the storm lasts for another like hour or two,
Okay.
And then it sort of heads to the north of your
Okay.
position. It's kind of like as the sun rises, so like the storm clears and you see the sun from behind you rising in the east.
Yeah, I mean, if the storm's all around us, Willow will stay outside yelling for that creature if it ever
Okay.
appears back.
It does not.
Yeah, and Willow would definitely be way too pumped about that.
But yeah, as it departs to the north, you can send 2 of your drones out to follow it if you would like.
Yeah.
It does not. I mean, it's not moving like insanely fast across the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
probably
at this
like maybe 10 miles an hour.
Yeah. So the drones would basically just be following, mostly just because I want to record this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's
that's-
pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, one way or another, that's something we could study later. And somehow turn that into a robot.
There you go.
Lightning robot. I actually have a design for that where like we basically turn the entire inside of the PDER into a giant like electrical conduit, and then I have like a robot that is just like a magnet for that.
Of course you
Lightning
do.
robot.
Nice.
Of course you have a plan for that already.
I mean, I was thinking I could do it as like a power armor thing too, or like as like a single like last ditch resort robot. But anyways,
Yeah, so very, very interesting. You send the drones out to follow it for a time. One thing you notice as the sun rises and you're able to see more, surrounding you in the desert, you now see that there are several patches of black sand.
oh yeah, like we'd be going to collect
Where
any of that shit, like where that
There
thing
was
struck.
not obviously any black sand before.
Science man. Sorry, sensor man.
There you go.
Sorry,
You're
I'm
gonna
a bit
gather
distracted.
some samples of black sand.
Well, let's go mosey on down there, Poncho. We got us some sand to collect.
You live an exciting life on planet Dirt.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
no inventory is complete without a couple of jars of sand,
Oh yeah, I know this.
History.
especially when you're in the desert.
Yep.
Okay, so how many sand samples do you want to collect? There is plenty of sand that you see, like kind of like patches, probably about 5 feet in diameter, sort of intermittently spaced around.
Is it so like the black sand? Is it actually sand, or is it like it all stuck together? Like, is it like magnetized? That's what I'm looking for. Right? Yeah. where it's like sticking together at all, or is it all just like typical sand? Does it act like normal sand? It's just black.
It does seem to be like mildly magnetic.
Oh yeah, Willow's gonna collect like a shit ton of this. Like,
Okay.
like at the very least, like she's gonna get like several like 5-gallon buckets worth, like maybe a couple like oil barrel drum size like samples.
Oh, okay. So you're getting a lot of sand.
Yeah, like this. She wants to fucking like look at this because this is like super interesting.
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Because technically sand is like one of like the best resources on the planet. And 2, if this thing like actually changes the molecular makeup or anything of sand, she wants to know.
Yeah. All right. So you get a lot of sand.
Yeah, I imagine like Rudge is probably like, all right, let's get a couple baggies, and Willow just like drags out some drums.
Pull out like her freaking.
Jesus, that's a lot of sand.
Like scooping up barrelfuls of sand. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we'll say you get like.
I'll say she'll take one like 50-gallon drum of sand if that's possible.
Okay. You could definitely get more than that if you wanted. But...
I feel like any more than that would be like overkill, but like, yeah, how about 2?
Yep. Yeah. Easy. All right. So 2 55-gallon drums of black storm sand.
I'm not gonna lie, like Willow would want to take all of it, but she'd be like, nope, self-control.
I mean, there's a lot, yeah.
Because like, what if you collected all this and put it into a container and then crushed it down in like a compactor, and you could create a creature out of it?
Oh my god. Craziness. Okay, so as you're doing that, it actually gives the drone some time to follow the storm. And they're still within range of communications.
Yeah, so 5-mile range is I think the standard communication is 5 miles. Actually, no, we have the big robot, so technically it'd be like, I think like 40 miles.
Yeah, it's a little longer because you got like a transceiver hub, whatever. Okay, so after it gets about 10 miles north of the dirt rover, so about an hour after dawn rises and it's like sort of away from you, it begins to move significantly faster. It goes up to moving like probably 30 or 40 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Sweeping out across the sort of going a little bit towards the west now, kind of like in this direction.
Okay.
And also, I guess as a note, I don't know meteorology that well.
Yeah, I mean, neither do I. I know a bit.
10 miles an hour is kind of slow moving for a storm.
I mean, I don't think storms actually move that fast. Storms are pretty slow moving. How fast is
the winds are just like super high
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think of like a hurricane, they only move at a couple miles an hour.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so typically an isolated storm is about 12 miles per hour. But some storms can move, like supercells, for instance, can move up to 65 miles an hour, or kilometers an hour, so up to 40, 50 miles an hour for like a hurricane.
Yeah, so I guess this isn't out of the question for a storm like this. Rudge obviously knows that it is not natural, and based on your evidence, probably not.
Yeah, the fact that they're shooting at lightning.
It is speeding up. Also, you are able to fix the damage to the ship with your metal manipulation. So.
Okay, cool.
Not at all. It was all like surface level, so
yeah,
it didn't break your armor.
Okay.
Cause any internal damage.
I'm totally gonna use.
Probably good that you did turn off the thing, to prevent any potential power surges, though.
Yeah, I mean, like my general train of thought is like, yes, robots are designed to handle that kind of shit, but why take a chance when it doesn't hurt me to turn it off?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Like worst case scenario, I turn it back on.
Yep. Or do you want to have the drones continue to follow the storm out of your
Yes. So
range?
Yep. So they're just gonna keep traveling.
Okay. So they're just gonna keep going that way. As soon as you guys start going this way, you're gonna like lose connection with them.
Yeah, so they're menial drones, so I only have like an empathic link to them. So like if they sense danger, I'll know. But aside from that, I won't know.
Okay. And you will kind of know when it's time for them to turn back, and they.
Yeah. So they'll have like normal orders. So their orders will be to like follow that. If it goes away, come back, basically.
Yep.
Like your job is to follow the storm. Like there could literally be like a city of demons, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's neat. Keep going, follow the storm."
Cool story, bro.
You think you're special?
All right, so then you guys continue on your way to Arsno along the Great Trade Road. So as you begin your second day of travel from New Durango, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Good call. Oh, I should go say goodnight to my kid too.
Yep. All right, quick break. I'm back. Anyone's here.
Hello.
Hello.
Is your guy all done for the other Rifts game?
Yep. So I have to do my contact.
Yeah.
I don't know what probably be like a coalition.
I'm pretty much done. I just have to go through and get all the bonuses added up and everything, and that'll be that.
Yes.
But I've got everything picked.
I have a full page of like random notes that I did when we were talking about it last time.
Oh, yeah.
And I converted those onto the character sheet.
And what?
I converted that onto the character sheet.
Oh, yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, so you continue on into the painted desert. And as you continue down the Great Trade Road, it's going. Can't actually see how far that's going because of the order of the. After about an hour, maybe two, so it's getting towards like mid-morning with your morning diversions. You come to a point where the road starts heading towards this area here, which is there seems to be a body of water to the north, breaking up the very like arid and rocky area. And then to the south there is a large mountain, just kind of like pretty much by itself out in the desert. Tall enough that you can actually see snow capping its peak. And the road seems to be kind of like heading between the two of them, navigating around. And it comes pretty close to the what seems to be like sort of a natural reservoir or lake in a river that it kind of like runs along. It still seems fairly devoid of life, although you do see a handful of like herd animals and other creatures kind of like gathering along the shores, huddling around the probably what is the only water in, you know, like 50 miles at least, probably more. Or do you want to stop and explore this area at all, or you want to continue moving through and just kind of get the overall view of it from the sightseer's perspective from up the drone?
Zoology man, it's up to you.
What kind of view do we have from up here in our massive watchtower of dome?
I mean, I also do have currently like 8 drones that can fly around.
Predominantly, you're getting the aerial view from like the cameras and the drones.
Okay.
And like you can get a personal view from if you go up to like the top deck of the Explorer.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, I mean that's kind of the viewpoints you have.
So I see snow?
Mm-hmm.
There's snow on the peak of the mountain, yes.
Would you like to take a trip up there?
Maybe.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, alright.
I mean, I can fly, so it's very easy for me. Oh, yeah, you can too if you want to take a car.
Yep.
So take a little little day trip.
So you want to go up to like the foot of the mountain with the Explorer, and then head up.
Park it.
On flight.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Take
yeah.
that. Take that, D.
You kind of get to the point. Well, that's fine. You sort of get to the point where the road is closest to the foot of the mountain. Move a little bit further down and go to kind of park the vehicle down at the mountain base. There. Point of interest. Flying up the mountainside, so you're going at Rudge speeds. So, I mean, even with that, you're still able to ascend pretty fast.
I mean, if he takes the hover car, you can move quite quickly.
Oh, I guess. Do you want to take the hover car?
That's what I was asking.
I mean, you could do levitation for like 20 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. If you wanted to do that, if you wanted to like, take it in the sights better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do that.
That is more than sufficient for just kind of like scaling the mountain. Most of scaling a mountain is the climbing part, which you just kind of ignore.
The hell is climbing?
Yeah.
Climb.
But yeah, you kind of like looking around. There seems to be more vegetation around the base of the mountain than there is in the surrounding desert. Not very much still, but you know, more. And there is a definite like snow-capped peak flying up there. It's all in all, it does not seem to be like really occupied by much of anything. But there's snow, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good view. It wouldn't be a bad place to you know, like set up a watchtower or something.
No?
I mean,
In fact,
to be
well, you're initially surprised that they haven't done that at that point, and then you realize that it's a lot harder for most people to get to the top of a mountain like this.
yeah, actually, how far is that from our actual base? I mean, almost 300 miles on the dot. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, Rudge, if you want, we have the materials. We could probably build a little outpost if you want to have a little getaway retreat.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, the way Nolium works, you could even design it yourself. As long as we fell the trees and bring them up here. I'm trying to remember how much I actually brought with us here. Where's my notes? Nope.
So yeah, I take my helmet off, and how's it feel?
Still too hot. It's below freezing, but it's not below freezing enough, especially with the sun.
So if we block out the sun for you.
If you destroy the sun, then yes, it will be cool enough.
Well, we don't need to spend time right now then. If it's not cold enough for me to just be out of my suit.
There
I
are,
mean, go ahead.
I believe it's minus 20F that you don't start dying of heat stroke, right?
Is it?
That's so ridiculous to think about, like, trying to deal with that. Like,
No, it's heat stroke occurs at 20F.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay, 20. Oh, all right. So, I mean, like,
At 0, I'd be okay.
Okay,
that's cold.
so you want to go to, like, the worst parts of Siberia in the coldest winters, and that's when you can go outside?
Yeah.
No, we just need to go to northern Wisconsin.
I mean, yeah, if you were in the winter in, like, northern United States, then you'd be fine.
Yeah.
But, like, in this, like, latitude,
Yep.
you probably are not going to be able to find naturally occurring temperatures that are that cold. I don't think the mountain, well, except for if it was winter, this would probably be cold enough up here.
Yeah.
At the top of like some mountains.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's August.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's continue.
Actually, so are you guys gonna like look around on the mountaintop? I assume you are.
Yeah.
Why don't Rudge give me a read sensory equipment roll?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know your sensor.
76 out of 98.
Okay. So you're about to leave when you notice that you take like a soil sample or whatever, right? Because like
Yep.
that's the thing you do everywhere. The there's like a high concentration of carbon in the soil around here, higher than normal, and just kind of like taking a second look at the region, you're fairly sure that you're getting some like geothermal activity beneath this mountain. Now, judging by the surrounding sort of environment, if it is a volcano, it's probably been dormant for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem to have there was some volcanic activity here at some point.
Or it's hollow and there's a factory inside.
Now
That
you're
is,
thinking like Willow.
Yeah,
That is literally one of Willow's plans.
it's another definite possibility.
All right, let's do the tap test.
See if it's hollow.
Yep.
That it will not work with a mountain.
Damn it. What
You
if we
know
knock
this.
with something big enough?
I mean, we have really big mega damage weapons.
Well,
Just shoot
You
straight
can
down,
drill into the volcano.
basically.
Maybe not volcano.
Yeah, the Dr. Evil's lair.
Yeah, artificial volcano.
do you think? Well, I say that, yeah, to Willow. I think there's something in here.
I mean, okay, so if you like totally try and like stoke the imagination of supervillain lair, like she would probably explain her theory of how she plans on doing that eventually.
Ah, so where would you
So-
put your entrance?
There wouldn't be one.
Well, how would you get in and out?
I don't know. I'll deal with that when the time comes. I imagine I would just probably stay in the mountain for several thousand years and then come up.
Well, I don't think this one is doing that, unless it's a dragon.
Wait, are there dragons here? Like,
I don't
Willow
know.
Actually ask you,
I don't know.
what's a dragon?
The giant space lizard.
Holy shit! What?
Giant space lizard. I've only seen an energy type.
Okay, I really want to see this dragon if it's a thing. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Okay, so if you think this has a chance of being a hollowed out mountain for a supervillain lair, I would probably put my entrance by the water.
All right, let's go.
That's just me. I don't know about anybody else, but like that's where I would put it.
Makes
Likely,
sense.
if you have machines, you probably need some kind of cooling system.
No, yep. If anything, there'll be some sort of what is it like operational system door or something.
Oh shit! Actually, I can sense underground water reservoirs. Totally forgot this thing.
From this high?
Well, I mean, it's dependent on the ground itself, so I can detect it. Literally just says underground water reserve, so I'm assuming it's some distance below me. It doesn't actually specify.
It's a percent roll for that, right?
It is, yes.
Okay.
It's a very, very unlikely I fail, but always a chance. And when I roll 100, that is a fail. So I look at you and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, let's go down. Let's go down there and look.
I feel like that happens way more than it should with Willow.
The thing is, like, I'm appreciative that it does because she rolls so well at certain times.
Yeah.
That it, like,
yin and yang.
it's not just a fail, it's like you will not succeed on this. So, like, and the problem is these are the metal dice that I bought recently, and that's happened twice now in the 10 rolls I've done with them. So that tells me that I need to shake them a lot better.
Yep.
Need to get a cool dice tower.
Like a baby.
Ah, yeah. Ah.
That's how you had to do it.
So yes, I have no idea.
Yep.
Although,
Let's go down there.
Willow has an extremely awesome sense of smell. Can she smell any sort of like exhaust or anything? It's a 2,000 foot range.
you can definitely sniff about
Okay.
as you survey this area in more detail.
Another 98% chance.
Well, I don't have super smell, but you know what I do have? Fucking cyber legs.
Yeah.
Just had to put that out there because
Okay. Yep. Nice. Well done.
So that is a 48, so that's a great success. And I forgot the other thing I can actually do is I can actually sense smoke up to 2 miles away. So if there's exhaust of any kind of smoke.
Okay. So you guys survey the area kind of like between the mountain and along the river.
I just want to point out that I would have failed the sense smoke roll. Fucking rolled a 98. God
wow.
Wow, that is a terrible luck.
Okay, so like Willow's telling you that all this cool shit she can do while she's drawing the plans for the base in the snow that you wanted originally.
Yeah, she's not paying attention. Alright, yeah, so
I'm gonna laugh. This is just a mountain and we're going through all this bullshit.
you look around and survey the general area around, just kind of like flying over it. Takes a couple of hours to do, and you kind of like walk down by the water. You do not find any exhaust ports, or you don't smell any smoke or anything like that. One thing you do find is that the river has a abundance of life along like the riverbed. Like there's an abundance of plant life, just kind of like underwater, but none of it comes on.
Yeah.
I'm not
Which is-
flora and fauna expert, despite me being a flora and a fauna technically. That seems strange to me, is it not?
It's certainly an ecological anomaly, especially to the point where like none of the plants even like come out of the water anywhere. They're all exclusively underwater, which is why you didn't notice as you were just like moving by. But there seems to be a bunch of like sort of like mosses and seaweeds and stuff. Several of them. I guess Rudge, you could roll botany or biology or something.
I have biology.
Yep, that works.
I have read sensory equipment, so I'm going to read off of his equipment.
There you go. Shit. All right, yeah, I'm fine. 72 out of 94.
Okay. Yeah, so like several of these plants exhibit bioluminescent characteristics as well,
Ooh.
which you can't see during the day, but you imagine at night this river probably glows.
Yeah.
They're all. You estimate from your general survey of about like 2 miles of this. There's probably like at least 30 distinct plants that you identify in just this little stretch.
Holy shit. This is quite vibrant of an ecosystem. Plant-based.
Yes, I concur while looking over your instruments.
Do you concur, plant-based life form?
Like, Willow just stares at you for a second before realizing you're talking about her directly. Oh, yes, yes, I concur. Scientist man.
There you go.
Sensor man.
There you go.
You also see a handful of different kinds of fish that are somewhat strange, including probably the weirdest one that you see is there is a fish that has kind of like a flat sort of like pancake shaped head and like a very wide mouth, kind of like a Venus flytrap. that has what seem to be human arms.
What?
Like small, spindly human arms that it just kind of like sort of pulls itself through the reeds with.
All right, grabbing that thing.
Okay. How are you gonna grab it?
So
With-
even the plants are better at regenerating your limbs than you are.
Shut the fuck
Same
up.
argument.
With my armored arm hand.
So you're gonna grab it with your hand?
Yes, or my powers.
Okay. Well, so roll strike first to see if you can grab the fish.
All right. 15 on the die.
Okay.
Yeah, plus 6.
Plus your PP, yeah. Plus 6?
Yep.
Oh my god. It's a pretty good strike bonus. Wow. I guess you're not bad.
Is that 4 guns, I wonder?
No, you're not proficient with guns.
No, just that
It
one
should be
pistol.
Your combat and then plus your PP bonus. That's probably where most of it comes from.
Oh, PP? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 22 PP.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do it.
That'll do it. Okay, so what was your total then?
21?
Okay. You grab the fish by its arm.
That
Pull it
doesn't...
out of the water.
That's not a sentence.
It is now.
That's like saying you grab the snake by its arm.
You grab the fish by its arm and pull it up out of the water as you guys are like sort of floating over, and it kind of like wriggles in your hand and sort of like moves over to just kind of like slap you in the face with the other arm. As
Yes.
the pancake mouth sort of opens up and it says, "Hey, get off me!"
Holy shit. I did not know you could talk. Kind fish sir man thing.
Of course I can fucking talk. I call me Flying Lummox.
Alright. Hold on. And I levitate him instead.
Kind of like makes swimming motions towards the water for a little bit.
Yep.
And it kind of like looks up at you and says, "Oh, what kind of trickery is this, eh? You're trying to kill me?
Nope, not at all. I wanted a close...
You know I'm a fish. I
Nope.
drown in this air here.
Alright.
Does not appear to be drowned. I should know.
Yep. I will
But
put
he
you...
does have gills.
I'll put you back. You are very unique and interesting. I was just taking a closer look. I didn't know you could talk.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Oh? They all? You've met other people?
Of course I have. I'm a fish of the world.
I don't... Huh. How far does this river go?
Everywhere.
Oh.
Across everything. And it
That's-
makes like a spanning gesture with its like creepy like twig arms.
Maybe his life, like, you know, this like 20 miles is probably like everything he knows.
Yep.
So he thinks it's the whole world.
Right. Like, you know, a fly would think the inside of a car is huge.
Yep.
Yep. Vast cavern.
Yep. So, what's going on inside that mountain there?
Why should I care or know?
I don't know, because I figured maybe you came from in there.
Kind of like looks over towards the mountain. Says,
Maybe this is the nuclear dump site, the lake.
Yeah, no, I was totally thinking Simpsons fish.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking too.
I don't know anything about a mountain.
You just know rivers?
Of course, the river.
I gotta say,
You're very bright, are you?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You've got me over a barrel here, fish.
Willow was recording this whole conversation. Just so you
I'm recording this as soon as I
Like-
saw it.
drones circling us, recording from multiple angles.
Do you have a name, Fishman?
My name is Flummox.
All right. Good to meet you. Where are you heading? I'm
That
Rudge.
way.
That way.
Just kind of like points down the river.
Yep. Are you going home?
I'm always at home. Except for right now.
No, nope.
You're airboarding me up here.
You've got me there. You are right.
This is a disgusting place, you know that?
No,
We all
why?
agree to that.
I mean,
Look at it. Disgusting.
I'm looking. What particularly is disgusting?
I refuse to explain further.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh my god.
As I
Welcome to the
start
aquarium.
floating him upward.
Hey! What's going on here?
Oh.
You stop that.
Sorry. Come back down here.
Are you going to move him down? Or?
Yep.
Okay. What is this? Are you trying to threaten me?
I don't know.
Is this an interrogation?
Do I need to? You seem like quite an angry fish man.
Well, wouldn't you be angry if you were just minding your own business and some brick-headed lout pulled you up out of your house and started asking stupid questions?
Okay, Willow's on the ground laughing at this point, like just straight up like cartoon style laughing on the ground.
You know, you have a lot of nerve just grabbing people at random,
All right.
not even asking permission. That's very rude, you know. You should be thankful for how cooperative I've been thus far.
You know, I should be. But at the same merit, you are a fish out of water. And at no real reason to be so rude.
I've already explained my reason.
I
but
get it.
I suppose you are rather dull.
Yes, I am having a hard time grasping it because of your situation. Now, as I said, you were intriguing, and I'm still interested. Why do you have arms? Why can you talk? Why are you a fish?
I ask you the same questions.
I'm not a fish.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, so I take off my helmet and stuff, and
Oh, you think just because you have fur, you're not a fish?
yeah, you shouldn't be a fish either. You have arms and can talk.
Snorts dismissively.
All right, that scanning,
All right.
maybe even a little probing.
Complains loudly the entire time. This creature's anatomy does not make sense.
And I even say that too. Your anatomy does not make sense.
Well, same to you.
I'm sure
It does not have vocal cords that are capable of human speech.
What the hell?
Idiot has legs.
I don't have legs.
It seems to have gills, but it does not seem to be suffocating in the air. It does not have any perceivable method of breathing air.
Yeah. What the hell?
It has arms that pretty much seem like human arms in terms of like muscle and bone structure that are just like attached to the spine of a fish skeleton.
Oh my god. So, are you a creation of science or magic?
Same to you.
I suppose science and the magic of a wine-filled night between my parents.
Well, I imagine I'm the latter.
I fail to see more of your species thriving with unexplainable innards.
Unexplainable. What on earth are you talking about?
Alright, well,
This makes perfect sense.
none of what I'm doing right now makes any sense.
Oh. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're a simpleton. Let me explain this in basic terms that you will understand.
Please do.
River. You see?
Yeah,
Points at the river.
I am observing.
Brings life.
Yes.
Where there is river, life will spring. River encompasses everything. You understand this?
For the most part, but that's still... Get to the chapter where you are a talking fish with human arms.
The river did it.
How? Alright, testing the river.
The way it is. Testing the river.
Alright, testing the river.
Okay. You're just gonna take like a sample of the water?
Yep, or I have Poncho do it.
Okay. It seems to be fairly pure water. Although, so like it's clear water, but there are quite a number of like bacteria and stuff in it.
Yeah, I'll need to analyze that.
But yeah, you'll have to analyze it later to figure
Alright.
anything out.
Well, this is... flummox, you have me quite flummoxed.
Well, I'm sorry, says in a very insincere tone.
I am a
Put me down and let me get on with my day.
What does your day entail?
I'm swimming that way. I already told you.
That's not really swimming what you're doing. It's more grabbing and...
Semantics. Oh my god.
Did you always... See, you know swimming. You know what the difference is. You know that those human arms are not natural.
You seem so obsessed with this concept of natural that you keep going on about.
Alright, as I've said, I'm a scientist. I could do this. I could make a fish with human arms. I could perhaps even make one speak. And I believe I know a wizard type who could do the same. Which is why I ask, what is your origin?
Ask him. I'm sure he'd be able to explain everything to you.
So it is magic.
Scientist.
So it is.
Quotes.
So it is magic.
It's life.
Alright. Sorry. And do you mind terribly? This is gonna seem quite rude, even though we're past that, and but do you mind if I take a DNA sample?
I do mind. Thank you very much.
That's kind of what I thought. So sorry again, and poke.
Okay, you poke him.
Yep.
He like swats you.
Yep.
Hey, you little. You're just taking things from me without my consent now? I see how this is. You're some kind of bandit.
Oh, no. In this...
You're a bandit?
I'm not a bandit. So, earlier, where I said I was a scientist and you asked if I was threatening you, just that alone should be a threat to an organism like yourself. The questions I have of everything, I could just put you on a table and dissect all day and learn everything. I don't want to, though. I'm not a horrible person.
Oh, wow. Good for you for not murdering random people. Do you want a medal?
Well, I've got a few. You want to see?
No, I don't care.
It's actually for exploring random planets and doing just that, finding out what is on them. Some were dissected.
What do you want from me at this point? Do you want me to say that you're not an idiot?
Oh no, we're clearly at an impasse there.
Okay, good. I'm glad that we've established that much.
All I want to know is what the hell is going on around this mountain, if anything. I believe it's something nefarious. What created you? What manner of magic? And, I don't know. Is there some sort of larger spirit or entity you answer to? That always seems to be the case.
If I answer these questions 3, will you finally let me go about my day?
Yes, I'll piss right off.
Fine. The mountain, I don't know or care about the mountain.
Alright.
Where I come from, I told you, I came from the river. That's all I care about. If I came from something else, care. And the third one, I don't know what you're blabbering about with greater spirit. Obviously, there are things more powerful than a fish with arms in the world.
Yes, I'm just wondering if you have any encounters with them.
Of course.
Such as?
Oh, plenty. None of them notable, though.
What's the closest one nearby?
I doubt that you have the... I doubt what you have what it takes to deal with any of that sort of thing. No offense. You do seem quite cognitively limited, so...
In many aspects of this planet, I am.
Yes. Well, I've answered your questions. Let me go.
This isn't a question that I need an answer to, but are you familiar? Are you familiar with what's the river? No, not river spirit. The chick that we saved from the spider mistress thing.
Oh, the nymph.
Yeah, I think the one with all her fairy soldiers and stuff.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you didn't save her from the spider. You saved her from Hag.
Okay, Hag.
Yeah, Fedario.
Okay, yeah. Are you familiar with Fedario?
Let's see. Never heard of that name in my life. Although, to be honest, I don't really care that much about what people are called.
And then perhaps the river spirits. I can't remember her name either. The one we have.
These are definitely questions, by the way.
I'm aware. I only thought of them now.
Whatever, oath breaker.
Oh, you've called me much worse already. I care not.
River spirits, sure, they're a dime a dozen, whatever. Now, let me go.
Alright. Thank you kindly. Off you go, you weird effing creature.
Yes, well, go.
Yes.
Go away.
Alright. I'd toss him.
Goes back into the water, gives you the middle finger, and swims down into the grass.
Yeah.
How should you capture his personality and put it into a robot?
I think I'd rather talk to Freak Show.
Laughing.
What? Who's laughing?
It'd take Willow a good few minutes to actually fully stop laughing and stand up properly. Yeah. She'd probably have to turn her mic and her headset off, her in her helmet for an hour.
Ugh, planetary exploration is always a pain in the ass.
Especially
yeah.
when the wildlife is mouthy.
Yep.
Yeah. Did he answer any of your questions? I wasn't really listening.
Not really.
I didn't think so. Is there more? animal life you wish to kidnap?
I don't know. I look around in the river.
I mean, there are a number of other somewhat strange-looking fish.
Grabbing
None of
one.
them as exotic, but okay, yeah. None of those. They don't talk.
Okay, that's what I was like. I grab one. I'm like, all right, now listen here. I want fucking